Bob Bumble, aspiring inventor extraordinaire. Bob Bumble was no ordinary man. He dreamt big. He yearned to change the world. His tool? Inventions.
Not ordinary inventions, mind you. These were Bumble inventions, bursting with ambition and a good dose of chaos.
He tinkered, he toiled, he spilled tea on circuit boards. All in the name of progress. Or at least a good chuckle. Bob's inventions were unique. A self-folding laundry basket that trapped socks in its metal jaws. A self-stirring teacup that often flung hot tea across the room. A robotic dog walker that tangled itself into a knot around the lamppost. Success was elusive, but Bob never lost hope. He knew one day he'd invent something truly remarkable. Bob's workshop was a sight to behold. A chaotic jumble of wires, gears, and half-finished gadgets. Tools hung precariously from nails, threatening to tumble at any moment. Stacks of dusty books on robotics and engineering teetered dangerously on shelves. The air hummed with the sound of electricity and the faint scent of burnt toast.
In the heart of this delightful mess, the BumbleBot 3000 was taking shape. It was my most ambitious project yet, a robot designed to help with household chores. At least that was the plan.
With each passing day, the BumbleBot grew taller, its metal frame adorned with an eclectic mix of spare parts and mismatched buttons. The annual town fair was approaching, and excitement buzzed through the air. It was the perfect opportunity for Bob to unveil his latest creation. He envisioned the BumbleBot 3000 amazing townsfolk, demonstrating its domestic prowess. Visions of blue ribbons and impressed gasps filled Bob's head. This year, he was sure of it. He would be the star of the show.
The day of the fair arrived, the sun shining brightly on the bustling fairgrounds. Booths overflowed with homemade jams, giant pumpkins, and prize-winning livestock. Children squealed with delight, riding the Ferris wheel and gobbling cotton candy.
And then there was me, nervously adjusting the BumbleBot's bow tie, a hopeful smile plastered on my face.
Oh, look at that robot. I wonder what it can do.
I hope it doesn't cause too much trouble this time.
The stage was set, and the town fair awaited the grand unveiling of the BumbleBot 3000. The moment of truth had arrived. Bob, with a deep breath and a trembling hand, flipped the switch.
Here goes nothing.
The BumbleBot 3000 sputtered to life, its mismatched lights blinking erratically. It lurched forward, knocking over a nearby table laden with Mrs. Higgins's prize-winning blueberry pies. The crowd gasped. Bob blushed.
Oh no, not the pies.
This is a disaster.
Undeterred, Bob attempted to regain control of his creation, but the BumbleBot had other plans. It whirred and beeped, its mechanical arms spinning wildly, snatching hats, balloons, and even a toupee off an unsuspecting gentleman's head. The crowd, initially stunned, erupted in laughter. Bob, red-faced and flustered, could only watch as his robot wreaked havoc.
Well, this is certainly unexpected.
The BumbleBot's rampage continued. It attempted to waltz with the judge, nearly toppling the poor man over. It tried to make cotton candy, resulting in a sticky pink explosion. Each mishap was met with roars of laughter from the crowd. Bob, initially mortified, found himself chuckling along.
Maybe this isn't so bad after all.
Could it be? Was his invention funny? Bob had set out to create a helpful robot, not a comedy act. Yet here he was, at the center of the biggest spectacle the town fair had ever seen. People were pointing, not in scorn, but in amusement. They weren't angry, they were entertained.
I haven't laughed this hard in years. Look at it go. This is the best show ever.
People flocked to future town events, eager to see what hilarious mishap Bob and his robot would create next. He became known as the town jester, the man who could bring laughter with his crazy contraptions. The BumbleBot's antics, though unintentional, had turned Bob Bumble into an overnight sensation.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bob Bumble and his BumbleBot 3000.
He learned that sometimes the greatest inventions are the ones that make us smile, even if it's because they've gone hilariously wrong. And that, Bob realized, was a pretty remarkable achievement in itself. While his inventions might not have been changing the world in the way he'd initially imagined, they brought joy and laughter to the hearts of his community.
Well, if I can't be a genius inventor, at least I can be a happy one.
And with that, Bob took a bow, his heart full of pride and a newfound sense of purpose.